Trap runs are, in my opinion, the most underutilized plays in Madden 18. I mean, the Wham is obviously ultra popular, but its cousins, the 0-1 trap and the 5-6 trap, are total afterthoughts. I think I've seen the 5-6 trap run maybe 10 times total in this entire game. And I really don't understand. I mean, it could be because it's pretty rare, or maybe it looks kind of complicated, but it's probably because the inside zone has become the de facto run play out of shotgun for the past few years. It's even taken over the outside zone for just that, outside zone run plays. So that's kind of funny, but I mean, if we take a second to think about it, why doesn't anyone use the outside zone in Madden? Despite it being one of the few outside run plays out of shotgun, it's a really slow handoff, and because of that, there's a really high chance of a block shed coming through, especially now with all of these really high block shedding defensive ends coming out in Madden Ultimate Team. So in a video game where anyone can get the best players, why would you ever put yourself in a situation where dice rolls determine how effective your play is? Trap runs are, trap runs don't play that game, so they use positioning and momentum against the defense in order to get to the second level quickly and consistently. In this video, we'll go over the 5-6 trap, since it has the potential to be one of the best run plays in Madden 18. Especially since I'm not sure, I'm sure nobody's taken the time to set up a run defense for it. So you'll be way ahead of the curve here. Before we get started, I want to get you guys involved in a little giveaway contest I'll be running here. After you watch this video, if you're up to it, you'll make the 5-6 trap part of your offense. You'll follow me on Twitter at DeuceClose and at me a clip of your best 5-6 trap run play. Whether it's a really long touchdown run, or you make a few defenders miss, or anything else unique like that, I'll pick the best one and they'll get 2,200 Madden points from me. And I'll leave it open for about a week, so feel free to send as many clips as you want throughout that week, provided that I can actually see what's going on in them. Anyway, let's get started with the actual play itself. Like I said, one of the main disadvantages of this play is that it is pretty rare. Only a handful of playbooks have it, and then to top it off, some of them really aren't worth using. So really you want to pick the ones where a tight end is actually on the end of the line of scrimmage. So you won't want to use one where it's just your 5 offensive linemen and then your trips to the right. You want to make sure that that tight end is right beside the right tackle or left tackle if you're swapped to the other side. I'm in Cardinals right here. They have 2 really good 5-6 traps. The best one, in my opinion, is out of Y Off Trio Weak. And it is right here. Okay, 5-6 trap. And we'll pick that and then we'll kind of get into it. I'm going to go over 4-3 normal. I won't be naive in thinking that it's going to work out exactly the same for every formation. But, I don't want to go through every single one in this video. It'll take forever. So what we're gonna do is just 4-3 normal, a couple different defensive setups, single high, 2 high, and base align, and just show you how those kind of work out. So we'll start off with just cover 2. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is, so like the Wham and the 0-1 trap, you're setting a specific defender free. So you don't have, if you have offensive linemen right in front of him, he's going to let him go, and then somebody from the backside is going to come and block him in kind of the opposite direction of where he wants to go. So I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but the guy that we're going to be letting free here is this defensive end over here. So Winslow and the right tackle are going to go right past him, and then our polling left guard over here is going to come and push him away to the right. Okay, so I feel like, this might have deterred you from running this in the past, where you're thinking, okay, it's an outside run, I'm probably just going to run outside. But the one really, really simple thing that you have to know about this run is that you're going to run it between the end man on the line, on the defensive line, which is the defensive end here, and then the guy that's next to him, which is the 3 technique defensive tackle. Okay, and the right tackle and the tight end here will get to the next level. So the reason why I like this a lot is because, again, it is an outside run, but you don't have to depend on the run block rating of your right tackle. So your right tackle and your tight end here. So you don't have to worry about any sort of run block rating until you get to the next to the next level, to the linebackers and to the safeties. But by even then, I'll show you a few things that we can do that we really don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so we'll just run it stock, and we'll go over it, and then there are a few adjustments that I like to run. Okay, so that time I had you got a block shed from Khalil Mack there. Obviously, no wide receiver is going to be able to block the guy. I think he has mid to high 90s of block shed. But just to show you kind of how I want to run this. So again, like I was saying, the defensive end comes free here. Okay, and then the backside guard comes and pushes him out of the way. So he doesn't, by the time he even engages, we're past him. So we don't have to worry about any sort of run block rating there or anything like that. The right tackle pushes this defensive tackle out of the way over here. But again, like, he does a good job there. By the time anything happens over there, we're gone. So really the only thing that matters is this block. But I'll show you what we can do to even get that out of the way. But yeah, we're never going to try to cut this way outside around the end. You're always cutting it between the end and between the tackle. So what I like to do against a too high safety look is I like to motion snap this tight end. So what that'll do is that'll set him free, and then he'll target the next level. So he's going to target that safety rather than, I believe, the linebacker there. So it'll look something like this. Okay, so you kind of have a lead blocker there that's hopefully going to hold that safety just long enough. So Winslow probably isn't the best guy to have there. So he's definitely not a run blocking tight end, but he's decent enough. Okay, so we'll show that again. Okay, so yeah, the reason why you want to do that is to get that tight end to the next level, and then hopefully hold that block on the safety. But you know, Winslow is not the guy that you want to be doing that. So you can get somebody a bit better there, like Kelsey or something like that. Anyway, yeah, just motion him. He'll target the safety, just like that, and then you'll hopefully run around them. So let's take a look at the instant replay one more time. So again, right between, we're going to split the end and the defensive tackle. Right, so you also saw how quick that handoff is. So in no time, we're gone. And the user linebackers over here are targeted by the freed up offensive lineman. So this right guard no longer has to take the tackle. He can go right to the user. So assuming that this guy is the user. So by the time the user can react, he's going to be blocked. Okay? And then if he switches on, there aren't too many players that he can switch onto. Okay, and then of course, as with most outside runs, you're gonna wanna go to the field here. So you always want more room to work with. Okay, so it's really just a matter of setting up your blocks, following your blocks, and running into the end zone. And where it gets really good is when you notice your opponent baseline. So a lot of people will do this. They'll baseline, they'll have all of their linebackers kind of in the center here, and then all that's left is that you have two blockers on two defensive backs here, making things really easy. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to motion snap this tight end here, just because I feel like he gets outside to the next level a little bit better. In this case, he's not going to target the safety, which we don't want him to do anyway, but he just gets cleared up a little bit better. Okay, so again, set up your blocks in the best possible way, and I think this is that way, and then just follow those blocks into the end zone. Okay, so that's too high, just against just a regular alignment, and then also a base alignment. And then for single high, I think what you want to remember, or you could play around with this, see what works best for you, but I think you don't need to motion snap for the single high. So I would just run this standard. And then in some cases, if you have a weak run blocker wide out here, it actually works in your benefit, where he'll he'll miss the block on the cornerback here, but then right after that he'll work his way to the next level. So it doesn't matter that he misses his block because we're above him anyway, and then he'll come out and then he'll get to that next level and then he'll act as lead blocker towards that free safety there. Okay, so in that case I kind of stumbled up a bit, but you saw how that kind of helped there. So in that case, actually both wide receivers helped out there. So again, we trapped the defensive end, split them. Yeah, I don't know what was happening here with Carmichael. Fell down and then just glided up and then got ready for the next block, I guess. But yeah, that's just how things go sometimes in this game. And then we'll just show it against also baseline cover 3. Like, you know, the run fits, they kind of make things different, but again, we're going to treat this like we did with the cover 2. This is baseline. We're not going to care about is it cover 2, cover 4, cover 3. All we're going to do is if it's single high, just run it straight up. If it's too high, we're going to motion that tight end out. Okay, so it's not going to be a home run every single time, but I think this is going to get you 5 to 10 or more yards every single time just because how quick that handoff is. And again, you're not dealing with any sort of block shedding on the defensive front. Now, if you want to make this the best of the best, I would say get a good run blocker. Sorry, I'm on the wrong controller. The only things you need is good run blocker here and good run blocker here. That'll make it better, but it's not necessary at all. You can definitely get away with it. Okay? See how we split that so quickly? And then all we have to do is just try to beat that free safety, which a lot of times, you know, maybe if you have Bo Jackson or something or somebody that has good trucking, you can go one-on-one with him. But otherwise, you're just going to try to get as many yards as you can. Okay, so that's that. Just real quick video. Again, I really want to see your guys' videos for running this in real games. So if you have something good, if you have something unique, definitely at me with it. Follow me even if you're not going to get in this. I'm going to start using that a lot more. If I want to update things that don't really warrant a full video, I'll be there. Again, at Deuce Close, and we'll see you in the next one.